A few years ago, we took a look at the Q25 R27, and honestly, this is one of the most fun I've had in a long time. Well, SNT is back again with a new car. Well, actually, two new cars in the JP and 2000 GT. So let's take a closer look at these two new cars and see what's new. All right, so here are the boxes here, the JP and the 2000 GT. Now, this is the Q25 line from SNT, and I've done multiple reviews on some of these cars, talking about some of the specifications and benefits of the design of these cars. Now, the last one was the R27, and this was a pretty fun car, guys, reminiscent of an old classic Japanese cars. Now they're back again with some more cars, this time with a 2000 GT. We'll take a closer look at this, as well as a SUV or Jeep, hence the name JP. Now these cars here come in multiple versions, both as an FPV car and an RTR, as well as with the remote that I have right here, and with the goggles. I have the FPV version here, so this one here is included with a camera on it, and very similar to the original Q25, a smaller manual on here. You have some, like a backboard here, like a backdrop. This thing is pretty awesome, guys. And let's see what you get inside. So same kind of presentation. Wow, this thing is nicer actually. They're making improvements every time they present this to us. All right, so you have your USB-A to USB-C cable, and this is gonna be used to charge this car right here. And we have other ways of doing that as well, but if you don't have the radar here, which you can charge right on the side here, then you can actually plug this USB-C to a computer or a power bank and charge this car. Now you have your camera here. This is a pretty cool 25 milliwatt camera here. This will give you your first person view or FPV view of the car while you're driving it, giving you a very immersive experience. Now here's the car. This thing looks amazing, guys. Looks like a metallic paint, guys. Now they try to make these cars as realistic as possible. Now what's different here, you can see this little plaque on here. This is a little bit different. You have a reflective plaque on here. It says SNT and then the World Micro Card. The other ones, the previous cars didn't have this little plaque on here, and that's very special. That looks pretty good to me. All right, so let's just pull this off, get it off the rack here, and underneath looks really, really nice, guys. Now here's your car right here, and you have this little sunroof right here. You can remove this, pull that off, and that exposes the terminal points here for your FPV camera. Now this can turn from a regular RTR car, which is good for 60 minutes of drive time, to the FPV just by inserting this camera on top here. There's some magnets, it touches, and then you have the FPV version right here, good for 30 minutes of continuous driving, which is pretty amazing. Let's take a look at the Jeep or the JP. This one here is gonna be really interesting. All right, let's open this one up. This one here is also an FPV version. Very similar presentation, get the camera out. All right, then you have your same USB cable here. Is that a roof rack? They included a roof rack. Take out this roof rack here. I think that's a roof rack. That's the only place it goes, and then you can put that right in place right here. Holy cow, you have a roof rack for your Jeep, and it covers the same part here. So it looks pretty cool, guys, with that roof rack on there. Actually, I prefer it over the actual color match roof here, but the color match roof looks pretty clean as well. I can't even lie about it. Now, as I said before, this is a 100 or 1/100 scale car, fully independent front suspension, This thing is really, really nice, and you have digital proportional steering, fully functional lights, turn signal, headlights, and this one looks pretty cool. The only thing though I wish though, they're using the same chassis from the first time from the Q25. I just wish it was a little bit taller, maybe put bigger tires on here so it's a little bit more rugged. But this is a tabletop car, so it shouldn't matter, and we're gonna try it here on this table here and see how it drives. This Jeep, oh man, it's pretty cool. You have a little bumper guard here in the front, so you can go through like terrain or go through like brush or deep forest. You have all the decals on the side, and then you have a spare tire on the back. I love it. It looks pretty, the details are pretty cool, guys. All right, so this thing here isn't paired to any radio. If you do order it with the radio or the controller, it might come paired, but we're just gonna pair it up right now by powering this up. Let me get the battery for this radio here. And here's our battery compartment. Now this is a very versatile radio. It can take either this 18650 battery, or you have another option where it takes 3 AAA batteries and it goes into this one slot right here. Make sure this positive is facing up. This is already in the pair mode, so after 8 seconds it starts to flash pretty quickly. And then to put it into the binding mode, just hit this gear wheel or the multi-function button, press and hold for 2 seconds, and let's see if it pairs. There it is. There you go. Now, as I said before, this truck here is full of features, including the headlights, turn signals, and we can take a look at it right here. Right turn signals, left turn signals, and the same thing for the back as well. It is pretty detailed, this car here. Now, obviously you can buy this as an RTR without the FPV camera, or you can just remove the FPV camera. But if you want a more immersive experience, then you will get the goggles here. This is a goggles here by SNT. It's a full-fledged goggles here with antennas, nice padding, and also a built-in DVR. So you can actually record what you're seeing in the goggles. So let's just power this on. Here's my power button right here. There it is. Now it's already on the channel right here. That's pretty convenient. It's really hard to see, but you can see the image in there. Take a look at myself. Really clear image, not bad at all actually. And this has really decent range, guys. I've been using this in the past, and you can get really, really far, especially with this small scale of camera. Really, really cool. All right, let's see here. Put this one right here as well. All right. Pretty nice. This thing is fast. That's it. It's made for a tabletop, but it's still pretty quick. Now you can also change the speeds on this as well. This is just 70%. You can also go to 100% power, and it goes even faster. And there you go. I'm liking this Jeep for sure. But you can see how this will be really, really fun if you had multiple friends with you on this track here. So yeah, this is a really good example of what the track looks like if you do order this tabletop track. And this goes on any surface. This can also drive on very smooth carpet, as well as any smooth surface or tabletop just like this. Now this track here isn't that expensive. I'll leave a link down below. So if you want further information about these cars, I've done a full and detailed review of this Q25 series. I'll leave it down below, as well as links to all these cars, including the Q33, my first one here from Diatone here. These are all pretty cool FPV cars, including this RTR here, non-FPV version. But yeah, I'll leave them all linked down below if you're interested in this. This is a really fun kit, and SNT is just continually evolving these cars, guys. Hopefully the next one will be even a bigger change. I think they have some different plans in the works, and we'll see how that goes. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.